And we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sport. And we can all breathe a very big sigh of relief. The Boks getting their bonus point victory against Argentina, 36 points to 25 tries to 2. It's been a while since we've seen a Springboks side score 5 tries. And I think that dominated most of the game overall. But I think, apart from that sort of 25-minute period where they were very poor, it needs to be addressed because we got to be able to put teams away. And that's the problem. We didn't put them away until right at the end. So we gave them far too many opportunities to really be able to come and get something out of the game, which for me was just very frustrating. But yeah, at the end of the day, the result's the most important thing, and we did win. We did win by 5 tries to 2, so we got a bonus point, plus 16 on the points difference in Argentina as well, which is always a tough ask. So job done really as far as the Boks are concerned. They will now fly back to Durban, where they will face Argentina again next weekend at the Kings Park Stadium, and they're facing their own hands. All that needs to happen is that if Australia or win or New Zealand don't get a bonus point win, then a bonus point victory next week will be enough for the Boks to claim the Rugby Championship. And what an amazing feat it will be after a bit of a sketchy start to the year. It took quite a long time for this Boks side to start gelling, but there's no doubt that we definitely are improving from a game-to-game basis. You still can't put together that full 18-minute performance, but there's definitely signs of improvement, which I think is probably the main thing. So in terms of how this works, by the way, there's a link in the chat, which should hopefully be working. Basically, what you can do is you go to the website and you go and you vote for your player ratings. Basically, what that happens is that it'll aggregate things, so everybody votes, and then it will split out an average between them. But so there's the link there, so you can go and go and vote. I see there's quite a few people there already. But first things first, we've got to try and get a player of the match, which means we need nominations. I mean, I think the Malcolm Marks pretty much got it wrapped up. But first of all, who was your man of the match? I need nominations, people. I'm going to put Malcolm Marks in there. But who else have we got? Players I was impressed with. I thought that Lur Diago played pretty well. I thought Darren De Lindy pitched up and got over the advantage like quite a long time. So I see a couple of people putting Sia Khaleesi into that bracket, so we can add Sia Khaleesi to it. Yeah, I think Jaden Hendricks is a good shot as well, so let's add Jaden Hendricks to the poll as well. Somebody's going into Alred Low. I'm not sure how to put Alred Low there. I think those three, to be fair, are probably a decent shot. I think they were probably very much a class above the rest. So yeah, we'll put those three into the options there, so you can get voting and go and vote for your man of the match. But then let's get voting basically. And how this works, as I said, we're going to go through. We're going to give a rating of 1 to 10, and then we will sort of see what everybody has. But in the meantime, you can go and vote for your man of the match. Right, Stephen Kitshoff. I was actually very impressed with what I saw from Stephen Kitshoff today. A couple of very timely interventions. The scrums were a bit of an issue with more on France Malherbe's side than him. Stephen Kitshoff made 4 carries, 5 tackles. He beat 3 defenders. So I thought that Stephen Kitshoff was pretty solid. So I'm probably leaning towards, and a very good steal when he did make as well. So where am I sitting at with Stephen Kitshoff? Probably at about 7, I think. I think he was above average. I quite enjoyed what I saw from Girl Kitsy. Right, so I've gone with 7. I'm actually going to refresh the page, by the way, just to make sure that everybody's votes do reflect. So Stephen Kitshoff getting a 7. So you guys are agreeing with me there. Hopefully this is working. We have had issues in the past with it, but there are 80 people there, so there's definitely been a couple of votes in there. Malcolm Marks, fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I mean, what didn't he do? He made 14 tackles. He made 10 carries. Scored 2 tries. Missed 1 tackle. Big turnover. One. I mean, I think that's a 9 for me for Malcolm. I mean, just you can't ask more from him. So I've gone with a 9, which he's got an 8, which means people are going a bit lower. But as I said, I don't think you could have asked for anything more than for Malcolm Marx. I thought he was absolutely terrific. Somebody who I thought struggled today was Francois Herbert. Probably one of the worst games I've seen from him in a box shirt in quite a while. Got penalised a lot at the scrums, and made 5 tackles, didn't miss a tackle, 4 carries, 6 meters gained. But the scrummaging is supposed to be his bread and butter. That's what he's selected for. That's what he's there to do, and didn't really manage to assert himself there. So I'll probably give Francois Herbert a 5. I just thought he was pretty average today, unfortunately. Evan, I thought was once again very good. He's just dropping so many consistently good performances at the moment. If you look at his game and numbers, it was only the 1 carry, but made 10 tackles, 2 missed tackles, 14 meters gained, 4 passes, played another 80 minutes, 2 bad passes. So I'll probably give Evan a 7. I thought he was pretty solid. Another good outing for our fantastic number 4. So you guys are going a bit higher, so gone with an 8 there for Evan. I ain't mad at that. Luat Diaga I thought was very impressive. I really liked what I'm seeing from Luat Diaga. Gets over the advantage line. Very long option. He made 9 tackles, didn't miss a single one. Beat a defender across his 6 carries. So yeah, I'm very happy with our locks at the moment. And Frank Moss as well is playing very good rugby. So even before we get to the RK Snyman back, I think that our lock department is pretty solid. And I'm hoping that we're going to see Evan Etzebeth maybe stand down next weekend. You know, it's a position where we've got phenomenal depth, but we do need to make sure that we do give him a bit of a rest. But I'll give Luat a 7 as well. I think he was pretty good. There we go. Sia Khaleesi, if you look at his game in numbers, he's got 2 carries, 6 tackles, 1 turnover, 1 as well. Another very good outing there for the skipper. Just very consistent at the moment, playing some solid rugby. He wasn't, you know, highly involved as he was a week ago, but very solid and very reliable, and gets through a lot of work, hits a lot of rucks. So I'll probably give Sia a 7 as well. And you guys are agreeing there. Franco Mostert. I mean, guys, this guy, I don't know what this guy's made of. Like, I don't know what he's made of. But his work rate is absolutely ludicrous. 17 tackles today. 17 tackles, 3 carries. Was really, I mean, apart from the 1 line just for half time in the first half, his line of work was exceptional. He really is the unsung hero. And well, not to be fair, he was the unsung hero. Now I think his praise will actually be beginning to be sung, and good as well. Because I think that he's such an important player that people have overlooked a lot in the past. And it doesn't help that he's up against, you know, your Evan Etzebeth, your Luat Diagas, who are world-class players. But Franco Mostert just puts in the hard yards every single week. And he's become so instrumental to this team, and I think it's gonna be hard for Peter Steph to get back into this team. I really do, you know. 17 tackles defensively, he is just everywhere, absolutely everywhere. So I'll probably give him an 8. I was very impressed with this. Very few mistakes. Gone with an 8 there. You guys agreeing here? A bit worried that it's all very similar. Wondering if some of the votes aren't pulling through. In fact, let me give another refresh here. Just to make sure that it is working. Right, Jasper Visa. Let me put it back on there. So Jasper Visa, I was impressed with Jasper Visa. I thought he was very good at the kickoff. It was very solid under the high ball. Wasn't tested too much during sort of open play, but 10 carries, making 41 meters, 3 defenders beat. I mean, he gets over the branch line, doesn't he? Very aggressive ball carrier. And the type of ball carrier you want. When things are down and you're trying to find a moment of spark, something just to lift you, He's something that gets over the advantage line. And I think that it's his. I think it's his jersey at the moment. I think the number 8 is his. So I'll probably give him an 8. You agree a bit worried this is all the same thing, but okay, that's what I'm going to give. Jaden Hendrickson, I thought he was really good in the first half. I thought he struggled a little bit in the second half, and I think that experience will hopefully will help a lot, because I think that that's a bit of an issue from a game management perspective. When things start going wrong and stuff like that, as a scrum half, you got to try and take control of things. You got to find ways to buy time. You got to find ways to slow the game down, to try and slow the momentum and get your team back into a good position tactically. But I thought he was very good. I think that the number 9 jersey is his. I think he's growing every single game, and I think he's going to be a world-class scrum half. I think we have stumbled onto a gem in Jaden Hendrickson. So I'm going to give him an 8. People going in the 9s. People really rating him. I think that he's just going to get better and better, isn't he? Damian Willemse. Well, I'm going to knock a point off him for his goal kicking, because it's not good. It really isn't good, and so he kind of become a bit of an issue. But he made 3 tackles, missing 1. He made 25 meters, 1 defender beaten. Went down injured, and that's going to be a very, very big loss if he's not going to play. And I don't think he will play next weekend. So we're now currently in the market for another flower half. But I think we're going to have to bring up another flower half. But I'll probably give Damien a 7. He looked really bright. He was very good under the high ball. Very assured, which is nice. Makazolo Drex Mapimpi. Well, you had a little bit of try assist at the end there. I think Mapimpi's very lucky. I think he was pretty good today, but I think that if a few more Argentinian passes stuck, I think he could have been exposed, because I think he rushed up quite a lot in defense, which is fine if you make the tackle. But I think that a couple of passes stuck, which sometimes Argentina they do. Then I think that he could have been exposed, but he wasn't. So you can't criticize a man on what could haves and should haves. So I'll probably give him a 7 with that try assist as well. But needs to be careful with the defense. Needs to be careful. Damien Delindi, I thought Damien Delindi was very good. I know a lot of people were going after him, but he made his tackles. He scored a very important try to beat 4 defenders, 59 meters gained. I'm surprised to see that there's Damien Delindi slander. Because I thought that he was pretty solid, and he was getting over the advantage line. He looked a bit more like the Damien Delindi there that really can get over the advantage line. And when he does start to offer you that, he becomes very, very important to the entire sort of setup. So hopefully we'll see him continue to improve. But I was quite happy with his work today. Very important try. I think that try was a game-changing moment. So I'll probably give him a 7, 8, 7, 7, 7, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8, 8, 8. I'll actually give him an 8 based on the try. I think it was just very important to get that try. JC Creel, it's weird. I think people are now just sort of it's almost like it's like hating Nickelback, where it's like become a trend to not like JC Creel. And I think on the attack, I thought JC Creel didn't really manage to get much going. But defensively, he was absolutely rock solid. And for 13, your defense is one of the most important things you can do as an outside center. He made all 7 of his tackles, and there were some good tackles in there, but just couldn't get going on the attack. I don't think he was bad. I mean, as I said, I don't think he was. As I said, it wasn't fluid, I think, is the issue. But as I said, defensively he was rock solid. So it's sort of a 6 for one, half a dozen the other, and it's a bit of a difficult one, because people are sitting there saying, play Warwick Galante 13, and Warwick Galante will bring you a lot more on the attack, but is he going to be as good defensively? No, he's not. So it's obviously we know that Kanye is going to start at 13. He's our best 13 by a country mile. But I don't think JC Creel was as bad as a lot of people say. But I'm going to give him a 7. I think I was very impressed. I was very happy with his defensive work, and that is, I think is very, very unfair. I think he only had about 3 carries, 11 meters, 2 passes. I'd love to. I would love to for him to have shown how many carries he had. You can see on thing, but again, you also got to look at quality of ball. For example, I don't think he ever really got. He ran a couple of nice lines, didn't get the ball. But defensively, I was very happy with him, and the fact that we basically conceded one try, one was a penalty try. So I think that's very harsh. I do think it's very harsh. But people don't rate defense, unfortunately. They don't. Honestly, somebody will score a nice try and they're phenomenal. Somebody makes 7 tackles, doesn't miss a single one. And because he doesn't score a try, you don't get rated. Kane Moody, he was all right. He was all right. Defensively, needs to work. It needs work. His defense does need work. Missed quite a few tackles today. Didn't really get ball in hand. Had a nice carry. So I didn't think he was phenomenal. I don't think he was great. I think he was pretty average. Yeah, but again, didn't look out of place. Didn't smash the door down. I think he was all right. So I'll probably give him a 6, to be honest, which is 6.5. I think that's fair. I think 6.5 is fair. Yeah, was average. Billy LaRue. Well, I think the yellow card was more about previous infringement. So and he wasn't even convinced that he was the one that infringed for the last one. But I thought that Billy LaRue today, funny enough, defensively, all of a sudden, he actually made some brilliant reads today. He made 4 tackles, didn't miss a tackle today, did Billy LaRue, which is what everybody always says, defense lets him down. Today, I think he probably saved about 2 tries with some very important defensive reads. I think the yellow card was unlucky, but overall, I thought Billy LaRue was pretty solid. So I'll probably give him a 7. This is gonna be low as well. Yeah, 6. That's fine actually. Again, I think there's a bit of a vendetta out on Billy LaRue. But yeah, defensively was very important today. Made some very important reads, and we want to see more of that. We didn't really see his attacking flair, but nice to be able to see a different side of him. Deon Free came off the bench and looked pretty good. I was quite happy with him, and I think that this is interesting because obviously Bongi Mbonambi comes back, but he does offer a lot to Deon Free. I mean, he came on, he played 21 minutes, 2 carries, 3 tackles, but he won 2 turnovers, so he's incredible at the breakdown. And very important in that sort of final sort of stages. So I'll probably give him a 7. Very solid outing from him. In fact, maybe an 8. I think 6 are harsh, by the way. He didn't do anything wrong. Didn't miss a tackle. Yeah, I think it's harsh to give him to have him down there at 6.5. Oxenchair played 14 minutes. So I'm just gonna give him a 6. He didn't do anything. That's fine. Trevin Yakani struggled a little bit of scrum time. Must have been. It wasn't his best game. I'll probably give him a 5. Needs to try and sort out that scrum work. Ulrich Lowe. I actually thought Ulrich Lowe was pretty hit and miss, to be honest. I think that he had some very good moments, but also later. Actually, he made some tackles. He was fine. He was fine. Actually, he was good. Honestly, I think I'm being a bit harsh. Didn't really manage to impact the game as much as we'd like from a ball carrying perspective. Didn't get them. I don't even think he could carry. Having said that, actually. But yeah, he was fine. I'll probably give him a 6 or 7, maybe. I'll give him a 6. Didn't really bring much to the table. 5.5. People gone low there. Quagga Smith got a yellow card. He had a very good turnover. 5 tackles. Turnover 1, obviously. Yellow card. Yeah, we didn't really get to play much. Played 15 minutes. So probably with a 7, but 6. So yeah, what down from the yellow card? 6.5. I think it's fine. Faf de Klerk. It's fine actually. Played 21 minutes. 3 kicks from hand. Yeah, it was as average. I'll probably give him a 6. 4. Jeez, like it. I don't think that's very fair. I think that's very harsh. I don't think it was that bad. I mean, I think it's worth noting for Jaden Hendricks, I think people get like a 9. Things started to fall apart whilst he was also on the field. So Andre Esterhazen is probably going to get a 6 because he played, what, 5 minutes, made a tackle, just 6. 5.5. And then Franstein, 2 nice conversions, I suppose. Made a tackle, didn't do much. I'll give him a 6 as well. I think that's not enough time to rate. Could be an option. 6.5 for Franstein. And there it is. There we have it. Right. So in terms of our man of the match, everybody's had an opportunity to go and vote and stuff like that. And we have had 337 votes in the comments, and it's a pretty storming victory for Malcolm Marks, who is the Freo Sports man of the match, as voted by you, the fans. So there we go. Please do smash like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. Long day. It's 11:45. We're going straight into a press conference now, so we will have that up before I go to bed. Don't stress. And I will see you guys all probably on Monday for a live show before we head down to Durban. We are going on Tuesday. We are going down to Durban. We're going to be there for 4 days, covering the box, going to the press conference and stuff like that. So we'll be on the ground. Looking forward to that, but I'll see you guys all then. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. We are very close to hitting that 19,000 mark. I think we need 150 people. So surely there's 150 of you guys who probably haven't subscribed. Go and subscribe right now, and I'll see you.